If you got big hands and you're tired of those tiny Joy-Cons, I got you. And we're back, DLG fam. Here we are once again with another hot video because the heat is rising in LA and there's no longer sweater weather except in the morning. But it's starting to get hot where I literally start sweating like a pig, even though I know pigs don't sweat. But anyway, guys, if you have big hands, and here comes the helicopters once again. Yep, that's living in the city for you, especially in LA. Let me know down in the comments below if you live in a noisy city. A company by the name of NYXI makes controllers that accommodates people with big hands. Say goodbye to those stinking little Joy-Cons and finally feel the grip of something amazing. And what am I talking about, guys? Bam! The NYXI Hyperion wireless controller for your NES, Nintendo Switch, regular one, the Lite, and the OLED. I have the regular one and the OLED, but the regular one of the Joy-Cons gave out. I kind of chucked it out the window. Now it's kind of limping with only one controller on one side, so this will come in handy. And this little controller right here features RGB lights around the thumbsticks, and also the little level right here. As you guys can see, I will show you guys on the unboxing how it looks. We're gonna put it to the test, the fitment test on the OLED. It also features vibration, 2 advanced gaming buttons, which in fact are remappable, high precision 3D joysticks. I wish this would have been Hall effect joysticks. It has an ergonomical shape so they could feel comfortable in the grip of your hands. So too much jibber jabber, guys. Let's go to the overhead shot and unbox this sucker and play a little Nintendo Switch. Actually, we gotta kind of dust it off. We haven't used it for a while. All right, guys, check it out. The NYXI Hyperion wireless controller for your Nintendo Switch, the OG one, the Lite, and the OLED. Let's take this out of the box, check it out. And that's a pretty neat color. We got some purple going on, purple, blue. Those are 2 of my favorite colors. Let me know down in the comments below, what is your favorite color? So let's check this out. All right, we already dropped the cable here. All right, so right out of the box, we find out that this controller comes with a USB-A to USB Type-C charging cable. That's good. That's a plus right there. We don't want none of that micro USB type of deal. The micro USB, I don't think anyone uses that anymore, and all those products are probably outdated. All right, let's check this out right here. Look at this right here, guys. All right, so you get this nice little buttons right here. The YXBA, the lettering is actually printed on the bottom of the buttons, as you guys can see right there. They're all the way on the bottom, and the buttons actually serve as a magnifying glass to make them stand out a little bit more. But as you guys can see right here, there's the RGB light right there, and it goes around the joystick as well. This is the right side, and you get typical functionality from the Joy-Cons. The little connect button here, the little sliders. If you ever thought about why the is my wireless bill so damn high? Let me tell you about Mint Mobile, who I'm partnering with for today's video. What are you paying all that money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, or a mobile hotspot? Mint Mobile offers all these features for as low as $15 a month. They're built on the nation's largest 5G network, and they keep costs low because they cut out the middleman. That's right. There's no sales reps or anyone involved trying to sell you something. They sell directly online to the consumer. Why should you pay more to access the same network? Go to the link on the bottom of the screen or the description to get your premium wireless for only $15 a month. All Mint Mobile plans include unlimited nationwide talk and text, plus lightning fast 5G and mobile hotspot. You have a family? Mint also offers modern family plans that lets you set up a family plan with as little as 2 lines. I've used Mint Mobile and I had no issues with the actual network. I'm always connected to the nation's largest 5G network. How hard is it to switch service? Big Wireless wants you to think that it's hard. Switching to Mint Mobile is super easy. Thanks to their eSIM card, you can sign up and activate your phone immediately right from the comfort of your own home. You don't have an eSIM? That's okay. Mint will ship one out to you for free. It only takes about 15 minutes to make the switch, and Mint Mobile does offer excellent customer service. Big Wireless wants you to think that they're the only option. Don't be duped. Go to trymintmobile.com/DLG or the link on the bottom of the screen, also linked in the description down below, and stop paying more than you have to for your phone plan. And right now, new customers can get any plan for just $15 a month when they purchase 3 months or more. This includes the unlimited plan, which is normally $30 a month. Just slide it onto your Nintendo Switch. Here is the reprogrammable buttons, and this controller actually features a mode button, and more than likely that might be a turbo button or a reset. We're gonna find out though. So that's the right side of the controller. Here is the left side, okay? All right, so the texture on the top of the controller itself is rather slippery, which that doesn't matter because we're actually worried more about the grip on the bottom side. So the bottom side does feature what appears to be laser etched engraving on the grip itself to give you that nice little texture. That way the controller doesn't slip. And on the other side, you do get similar buttons as well. As you guys can see right there, here is the mode button, and we're gonna find out what this button is. Here is the joystick, and it also has an RGB ring right around it. Here's the other RGB light, as you guys can see right there. I will power this on to show you guys, and I correct myself. This is not a turbo button. The turbo button is actually right here. As you guys can see, it has the little T printed on it, and the screenshot button as well. You do get the similar buttons just like on the Joy-Cons, the negative here and the positive on the right controller pad. All right, let's see what else comes under here. All right, so here is the actual part that goes in the middle. You go ahead, slide that in right there. Go ahead and slide the other side in right there. And guys, this actually feels pretty good on my hands. With my big old clunky hands, I'm able to grip the controller and it feels comfortable while I'm gripping it. It doesn't feel awkward like when you're holding the Joy-Cons, you know, because those are pretty small. And it also comes with a manual to let you know how to operate the controller and what all the functionalities are. I actually have my Switch over here. Let's unplug it. We were charging it. And this is in a case, so this serves a little bit like grip, but if we take it out, we go ahead and install the new controllers on it. That feels weird, guys. Let me know down in the comments below if you feel like I do about Joy-Cons and how weird they feel. I know they did it for aesthetics purposes so the actual Nintendo Switch would look nice, but come on guys, in reality, we really need an ergonomically shaped controller just like the NYXI. There you have it. So what are the features on this controller? This controller is made out of ABS plastic. It weighs approximately 166 grams, which makes it a pretty light controller. It has a 500 mAh battery that can last up to 6.5 hours. The distance you can take the controller from the Switch is approximately 10 meters. The full charge time for the entire controller is 2 hours. So how do you charge the controller? You plug it into these USB Type-C ports here and you charge them individually. This is a wireless Bluetooth controller, and you could use it wired, connected to the console via the USB Type-C cable that's provided. It has 8-color RGB lighting, 3 modes, double dual shock rumble, and the 6-axis gyro, so you could still use this controller with the motion control. A 1-key wake up and screenshot button located on the left side of the controller. It also features adjustable turbo buttons. You got one on the left side and one on the right side. All right, so let's go ahead and install the NYXI Hyperion controllers to the Switch itself. All right, here we go. There's the right side, there's the left side, and there we go. It's powered on. They're already paired. Look at this, guys. It has a pretty intense lighting system here. I really like how the buttons are lighting through. The XYBA, that makes it very prominent. That way when you're gaming, it's not just those little buttons just like on the Joy-Cons right here that are printed on. As you guys can see, you guys know what these look like. These are actually lit up all the way around, coming from the inside of the board. And here is the RGB light around the right ring. Here is the RGB light around the left ring. Here are the other 2 bars that light up as well. So as mentioned before, the controller does have the rumble feature, but guess what, guys? You're able to adjust the intensity that it rumbles at. You can go from 0 to 30%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. How do you do that? The little buttons that I thought was the turbo button, this is the rumble feature. You press it, that's 100, that's off, 30, 50, 75, 100. Let's do the same over here. That's off, 30, 50, 75, 100. All right, so we set the rumble feature to 100%. If you leave it unattended for 5 minutes, the joypads will turn off by themselves. So how do you program the turbo button? You go ahead and press the button that has the letter T on it, and then you press the button you want to assign the turbo to. So you hold it down, let's say A, it gives you a confirmation, kind of vibrates, and that lets you know that the turbo is now on the A button. For the turbo button, you can program the YXBA, the right bumper button, the left bumper button, and the 2 triggers. You're able to activate turbo on all those buttons. And also the cross key, and I'm not too sure why they call it the cross key, that's actually the directional pad. If you want to turn off the turbo feature, you go ahead and hold down the T for 5 seconds. You will get a vibration to let you know that all turbos have been cleared and it's now off. So in order for you to program the back buttons, you go ahead and press the mode button on the corresponding side that you want to program the back buttons on. By pressing the mode key, you will enter macro programming. So what keys are programmable to the back buttons? You can do the 2 joysticks, the L3, the R3, the cross keys, the X, Y, A, B, as well as the left, right, as well as the 2 bumper buttons and the 2 triggers. All right guys, so in order for you to change the brightness of the RGB light, depending if it's on the right side or the left side, you go ahead and you press the corresponding turbo button. You press up, you get a vibration to let you know that you're changing it. I already reached the max brightness right there. You go ahead and push down and you will see that it actually drops the brightness of the RGB. As you guys can see right there, that's the lowest setting that it will go. So there's 3 different modes. Right now it's off. Go ahead and hold down the turbo button, double click. That's the solid one. That's breathing, as you guys can see right there. It's breathing. And that's the LED magic color for breathing. That's the full spectrum of colors that the Hyperion controller can actually handle. And if you want to go ahead and cycle through the colors, you go ahead and you press down the turbo button, click it once, changes it to yellow, blue, green, purple, and you get the idea. It gets red, yellow, blue, green, purple, orange, white, and magic color. If you don't like the settings or the lighting that you created on the Hyperion controller, you can reset it. And you do this by holding down the home button for 10 seconds, and there you go, it's reset. All right, so before we get into a game, we're gonna go ahead and reprogram the back button to act like, let's say, the A. You go ahead and you press the mode button, then the button you want to program, and then the back key. Press the mode button, the button I want to program, and then the back key. And it vibrates to let you know that it's now set. And there you go. We got the back button set as the A, as you guys can see right there. I'm pressing it. We're going to go ahead and try out the controller and see how well does it perform. And the programming of the back keys can be done to any of the buttons that are located on the controller. You guys can hear the vibration going off, including the neighbor's dog that's going crazy. There we go, pressing the back button right there, as you guys can see. Hey, the controller's pretty good. It responds quite well to all my key presses. Joystick is pretty responsive as well. As you guys can hear all the clickiness on the buttons themselves. I suck at this game, guys, so don't laugh. My kids are actually pretty good at this game. They usually battle it off, but then one of them winds up crying because they're still small. So you know how it was when you were a kid. Once you're losing, you get pissed off and you start crying because you don't want to lose. All right, guys, so the controller goes for $56.99 on the NYXI website. If you use code DLG, you will receive a 10% off on it. And it's pretty decent. I think this is a good buy. The only thing that I don't like is the center part feels kind of loose when you have the controllers set on it just like this. So you see this? There's a little play on it. So that's the only thing I don't like. You could use it like this as well. Let's continue playing our game. And let's see if Diddy Kong over here doesn't kick my butt. If you do own a NYXI product, let me know what you guys think of it down in the comments below. Alright guys, there it is, the NYXI Hyperion. This is the regular Hyperion. They do have a Hyperion Pro series, but that one goes for $65.99. It's about a $10 difference, right? So guys, final verdict on the controller. Pretty sturdy plastic. The only thing, as I mentioned before, is I cannot do a bend test on this controller. It is kind of wobbly from the center part. Other than that, the joypads actually slide in right onto the Switch, just as if they were part of it from day one. Other than that, this middle part here, hey NYXI, maybe the tolerances on the inside of the rails are a little bit too much. Try to decrease that by a few thousands. You will not get the jiggly effect on the center part that holds both joypads. Other than that, I'd buy it, honestly, I would, because this is a more affordable version of a Joy-Con with back paddles, turbo mode, and not only that, you can actually reduce the vibration level on it. I will leave a link in the description down below if you are interested in purchasing the Hyperion controller or any other controller that's provided by NYXI. If you use the code DLG, you will receive a 10% off. That's a pretty good bargain right there. And also guys, this controller does not feature Hall Effect joysticks. The Pro version though, that one does feature the Hall Effect joysticks. And correction, it's not 166 grams, it's 186 grams. So if you're a dad, bam, a gaming dad looking for your next affordable controller that has RGB, turbo mode, programmable back buttons, and not only that guys, it's less than 60 bucks. Don't forget to check out my latest video, but till next time guys, I'm tEcK, peace out. And big shout out to my kids for actually being quiet during the creation of this video. Thank you, girls. No, I'm just saying thank you. I'm not done yet.